Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to deal with thematic study of Chetan Bhagat's novel Revolution 2020. This is my personal information. Table of content, abstract, brief information of Chetan Bhagat, brief of novel, thematic study of Revolution 2020, in which I'm talking about love, ambition, corruption, family pressure, family conflict, realistic theme of students' life, degradation of moral and ethical values, and patriarchy in the society, revolution, and conclusion. So Chetan Bhagat is a prolific writer. He has discussed several themes in his novel taken from various fields of life. His fictional and non-fictional works demonstrate the boundless spirit of the author, which avoids any attempts to map his art into a particular fold. In this novel, he explores the avenues of human world, the corruption in Indian politics and educational field, the individual life in particular from an angle that is marked by originality and newness. So he has presented the themes related to the modern India. He has many ideas in his mind which he presents through the development of themes in his novel. For his novel, he has mostly chosen the themes which are happening in the contemporary society, particular Indian society. They includes modern education system in India, Indian corrupt political system, problems of students, parents' attitude towards their wards, students longing for coaching classes, etc. So his novel mostly deal with the life and problems of youngsters. Introduction of author. He was born on April 22, 1974 in Delhi, in India. So Bhagat was born in a traditional Punjabi Borgoese family. His father served as in Indian Army while his mother worked in the agricultural department of government. Chetan Bhagat, a rising star in the contemporary modern Indian literature, he is also a multi-talented personality as he is novelist, columnist, public speaker, and a screenplay writer. These are his works. He has written 10 novels and 3 non-fictions, in which What Not to Do at IIT, One Night at the Call Center, The 3 Mistakes of My Life, 2 States, Revolution 2020, Half Girlfriend, One Indian Girl, The Girl in Room 105, One Arranged Murder, 400 Days. And in non-fiction, The Awesome, India Positive, New Essays, and Selected Columns. So we all know the novel Revolution 2020 is about the 3 characters, struggle, story, Gopal, Raghav and Aarti. They are best friends from the childhood and they all want to go in AIEEE. But Raghav is the only one who reached the goal. But Aarti then becomes tries to having the dreams of become air hostess, and Gopal is totally failure. He again tries by getting coaching from Kota, but again he got failed and he met MLA and then starts his school. On the other hand, Raghav is very successful in his education, but still chose to be journalist. He start his own paper called office naming Revolution 2020, and the both love Aarti, and that is they both are having great mental war. And lastly, what happens? The corrupt Gopal remain corrupted, and he felt that Raghav and Aarti are for each other, so he he makes a fake scenario by having 2 prostitutes, and then Aarti and Raghav start their new lives. So the first theme is love. In this, Chetan Bhagat shows the love triangle. When we read we read novel in the beginning, we see that Gopal and Aarti are very good friends of each other. But when Gopal goes to Kota, as he is having academic failure, Aarti leaves him and goes with Raghav, a brilliant IIT student. Aarti also, when Raghav start his own paper, Aarti knows that he is over ambitious and he has no time for her. So she becomes desperate and comes back to Gopal. And Gopal feels bad ultimately, and then Aarti goes back to Raghav. So this love triangle is there. Corruption. So corruption is one of the major themes, as we know in the cover page. It is also written Revolution 2020, Corruption, Love and Ambition. So Chetan Bhagat shows the contemporary corrupt Indian society in the novel. There are many students like Raghav but also there are innumerable Gopals who are corrupt and they just directly want to be successful without too much hard work like Raghav do. The theme of corruption unfolds through the story of Gopal's success in establishing a private engineering college and failure of Raghav in establishing himself as a successful journalist. These trajectories of Gopal and Raghav, one from failure to success and another from successful academic career to failure in professional life, supports the theme of corruption. Family pressure is the another theme. Indian parents always pressurize their children. This is shown here that Gopal's father wants his son to be engineering from India's topmost colleges. His father is a retired teacher, and he first time when Gopal get failure, but still his father wants him to go for IIEE, and then he goes to Kota. Pratik is the another example who met Raghav, like Gopal in Kota. He is also aspirant who wasted his years in Kota. He was preparing for the exam since last 2 years but unable to get passed. So his parents are teacher. He tells to Gopal that most of us can't crack this test, basic probability even, but who will reel it into our parents' head? Raghav's father is not interested in it and tells his son to do engineering from IIT only. So the hopes of Indian parents are bigger than their children, which is shown in this novel. Ambition, love story of Raghav, Aarti and Gopal, which is set in corrupt contemporary society, is driven by the ambition of two prominent characters, Gopal and Raghav. They both are ambitious. The choice of poor Gopal is to make money. On other hand, Raghav's ambition is to bring change in the society. Family conflict is also there. More modern Indian culture and family conflict are inseparable part in Bhagat's novel. Gopal's father and Ghanshyamji, the Taya of Gopal, are two brothers who are fighting court case for their disputed land. Ghanshyamji wants full possession on his father's land. So here it is shown that Gopal speak that Ghanshyam Tayaji, my father's respected elder brother, had screwed us. My grandfather had left his two sons 30 acres of agricultural land on the Lucknow highway to be divided equally. Soon after my grandfather's death, Ghanshyam uncle took a loan from the bank and mortgaged Baba's half of the property, forging the papers with wrong plot numbers and bribing the bank officers. Ghanshyam Tayaji made a bad business decision and lost the money. The bank sent a foreclosure notice to us. Baba protested and the bank slapped cases on both my father and uncle. The two brothers slapped cases on each other. Another one is patriarchal view of Revolution 2020. The two dominant male figures are there, Gopal and Raghav. They exhibit two polarized views of patriarchy. Gopal, who is in love with Aarti since his childhood, tries in vain to woo her. His efforts materialize only after he becomes successful in life. Aarti seeks constant favoritism with his boyfriends, meaning that she is weaker and is in need to constant emotional support from the male counterpart. When Raghav is absorbed in his profession, he fails to pay attention to Aarti, thus forcing her to turn towards Gopal. Thus, it could be concluded that the Indian society is still patriarchal, and we can also see that Aarti is not having the firm ambition. Realistic theme of students' life. It is given here. Bhagat writes about a day in the life of an aspiring student of Kota, how much they struggle, the regular schedule of them. I could call myself a true Kotaite a month into moving there. Like thousands of other students, my life now had a rhythm. Career path resembled a school, but without the fun bits. Nobody made noise in class, played pranks on one another, or thought of bunking classes. After all, everyone had come here by choice and had paid a big price to be here. I hated the brutal career path, scheduled at first. Lectures started at 2 in the afternoon and went on until 9 in evening. After that, students rushed home to eat dinner and do daily practice sheets, a set of 10 problems based on the current lessons. I went along with madness, not so much because of the zeal to prepare, but more because I wanted to keep myself busy. I didn't want Kota's loneliness to kill me. So the struggle of the student, the structure, how they have to fit compulsory, forcefully in their timetable, their schedule. It is shown here. Degradation of moral and ethical values is another thing. The degradation of moral and ethical values, it is shown here. What young India wants, Chetan Bhagat resolved that the young generation is indulged in drinking, smoking, and illicit affair. We can see that when Gopal sees that Raghav and Aarti are being closer to each other, he was in Kota, and that time he started drinking alcohol. He is wasting his money, which his father actually took for his studies. And another is revolution. So it is the theme that represented by character Raghav. He is intelligent and he cracks IIE exams and JEE, but still he wants some kind of revolution in society. So he chose to go to journalism field. He dreams to start a revolution in India, the great Indian revolution in India. So conclusion, by these all themes we can say that he has tried to present the realistic themes. Chetan Bhagat has tried to cover all the themes related to the society, the contemporary time, by the main characters like Gopal, Raghav, Aarti. They represent which we can find in our society. So all the themes are described in a beautiful and realistic manner. These are my citation references. Thank you.
Keep the citation open. Okay, so first we can